Go.
All right, Todd, take it away. What's going on? What's going on in the market?
All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. Today we're going over the real estate market statistics for the week ending January 27th. Let's see what happened. 86 days closed on market this past week, a 5.85 month supply. Our absorption rate was at 17.09. Average list price this past week, $774,324. Average sale price, $591,779. And our list price to sale price retention at 97.8. Taking a look at active inventory, up 5.4%, 22,959 properties available. Pending is at 3630, and closed units month to date at 3291. Taking a look at new listings taken this past week, down just a little bit because we had a great week the week before listing-wise, but 2,283. Remember, we want 24, but if we're over 2,000, this is a good day. Days on market for active at 109.4 and closed at 86.1. Taking a look in the lower left-hand side at the price ranges, again, you'll notice nothing in red. I always highlight in red when there's been any kind of a negative movement to the market. In this particular case, of course, I could have highlighted every single one of those days on market because they're all up a little bit, but they're up meaning they're recovering and they're back into the swing of things versus the holiday market. Taking a look on the left-hand side, 66.19 is the percent that represents those properties under 600,000 in the MLS, 20.18, 600 to 1 million. And again, what we're talking about is the percentage of the entire MLS inventory. And those properties that are $1 million up, 13.63%. So taking a look at the spreadsheet where everybody gets to be the expert, we have the ability to allow you to look week over week, month over month, and year over year. So in the very center, we've got 2023 SW. That means what was the numbers in the same week 2 years ago. And then, of course, to the left of that, 2024 SW, and then the week-over-week analysis. So 2283 is what we took for new listings this past week, down just a little bit from the last time we did our stats at 2343. But here's the thing. I'm always saying, up, down. The tickers always say, did we go up or did we go down? If it was red, that means it wasn't good for us. If it was green, it meant it was. But we always need to compare to those two center columns in the middle. What happened last year, this same period? Well, same week last year, we only took 1,980. So 2,283, although it's not the number we're shooting for, you can't say it wasn't a good week, realistically. And then look at 2 years ago, we took 2,093. So if there's anything I can just say year over year as we're moving into 2025, the market's back, and you need to be ready to roll. Taking a look at active inventory, we're sitting at 22,959, just short of 23. Again, the numbers that you see in the white columns that we do week over week do not include contracts that are contingent, does not include under contract accepting backup offers, and it does not include pending. I take those out. Nobody wants to get their buyer, excited about a property that people can't have. I understand.
Zillow does.
Well, I know. But if they want to be, that's a real good point. If they want to be in a particular neighborhood and there's nothing available, sure, I get it. But we're not sitting here talking about pending units. We're sitting here talking about what is really available out there. Now, the numbers on the right-hand side in the blue, those are MLS numbers, and those do include those. So when you see that we're at 22,959 and we closed out last month at 23,238, I need to tell you that was 3,000 different properties. There are 3,000 more active properties in the marketplace today than there were back just a month or so ago. So 22,959, 764 of those are in the coming soon category. 17,302 are single-family non-distressed. 2,906 new home construction properties. And again, please, your MLS has a tab. Go to products. Look at the very bottom of your products tab. It'll show you ultimate new home search. That is the soup du jour. That is the place you need to go to learn about where new home properties are in the marketplace here. Just remember, instead of like MLS, don't put in too much information because you'll miss properties. So just start off with the most basic and just keep adding one little thing at a time and then see what the change in the results are. But my wife actually went under contract with 2 homes this weekend because she used Ultimate and was unable to find those properties with any other resource. So 2,906, 22,770, basically non-distressed properties in the marketplace. That represents 99.2% or less than 0.1% are distressed. Looking looking at pending, we're sitting at 3630. Is that good? What's pending? Well, we use listings to determine are sellers interested in coming into the marketplace. I mean, if listings are up, well, yeah, they want to come back. They want to engage. They have some place they think they can go. When you're looking at pending, this is how many buyers are in the marketplace. We use this to track that. So when you're seeing 3630, we were at 2800 the week before, and we can track back. We've been having a hard time getting over 3,000, and right now we're at 3630. Last week we were at 2856. Last year we were at 3396. So we've got more. You've been hearing me say we need up to 5,500. We don't have enough buyers in the marketplace. Well, guess what? In the last 2 years, anyway, this number that we're having this week is commensurate. Set 3,700 2 years ago, pretty darn close. 3,396, we're well over that. So there are buyers in the marketplace. So you've got new listings, and you got more buyers that are actually engaging, meeting of the minds between the buyers and sellers. So far, month to date, we're at 3,291 closed units in MLS. We're down about 5.3% in comparison to the same week-over-week perspective versus last year. And 2 years ago, we are, again, pretty much commensurate. So if you were right now, without any other data moving forward, because every single day we get new data, you could anticipate that based on the numbers you're seeing today, the market is starting faster than last year. More listings on the market, more buyers in the marketplace. These are good things. And if you look at it from 2 years ago, it's about the same. So 2 years ago, if you remember, was pretty good before the lights shut off. 3,291 is the number we're at right now. 5.8 months, 5.85 months supply. So right now, if you're looking at month supply, and I need to just quantify this, there is the way this is broken down is based on what was selling last week. See, it says this week above it and then last week. So this week is the last 7 days. Last week is 14 days ago. So in essence, last week we were at a 5.8. Are we there right this moment? We could be at a 3.85 month supply right this second. There's no way to tell that other than this is just tracking week over week. So it kind of gives you an understanding. Yeah, last week we were at a 5.85. That was a little more brisk than the week before from 6.15. And if we're, again, comparing to a year ago, we were at 5.5 months supply. 2 years ago, we were only at a 4-month supply, and that's why there were so many buyers in the marketplace and there were so many multiple offers. Taking a look at average list price, $774, average sale price, $591, but again, take a look at the median. So this is a little bit more capricious, but again, dealing with just the things that have sold over the past 7 days. $450,000 was the median price. Now, $456 the week before, so it's pretty capricious. But if you look back, $435 a year ago, the numbers are not ridiculous. The numbers have reset. List prices have already reset over the last 18 months. So what you can expect moving forward, pending any stock market crisis or any wars or things that would be significant impetuses upon our marketplace, you should be preparing for somewhere between a 10 to 15% increase in values this year. 4% is normal. 10 to 15%. That's some of the numbers that have been quantified by a number of different economists that I pay attention to. So, the market's there. It's pretty standard as far as days on market is concerned. 70 is what we're looking for. We're still in the 80s a little bit, but that's part of the reason why we're at a 5.85 month supply. But look at this. Over the last week, we've been saying this, Mike, for 13 years, and I've been doing this for 30, so meaning tracking these numbers now. And I can tell you 97.8% is the median in the industry for the amount of negotiating that a seller will do. So in other words, a seller will typically negotiate 2.2% off the list price with your offer. Taking that into consideration, when we're at 97.8% as a calculation for the statistic this past week, it means sellers did not give up the farm to sell their home, and it also meant buyers did not have to pay more than fair market value for the homes. So taking those two things into consideration, taking the number of buyers in the market, taking the number of listings in the market, Mike, we're starting off 2025. In my personal opinion, it's going to be a great year.